Hello everyone, I'm Vivek Rajan and welcome to today's Reskill session in association with AWS. And in today's session, we'll be seeing about AWS AI Artificial Intelligence Services. So let me give a quick intro about myself. I'm Vivek Raja, as I said, and I'm from Madurai, from Tamil Nadu. So I'm working as a data scientist in a startup called Cortex DCI. And in our startup, actually, I handle all the cloud operations, and we work on brain-computer interfaces and stuff. It's pretty cool. So you can also check it out in Nexstem.ai. And besides that, I involve in a lot of community work, and I'm also part of AWS user group in Chennai. And also, I have been working a lot of stuff in cloud for past 1 year. So I have taken a lot of certifications where from I'm also a Microsoft Azure certified and Oracle certified, as well as Alibaba Cloud expert. From my college times, I've been very much involved in hackathons, and I have participated in around 60 to 70 plus hackathons, and I have won around 20 plus international and national level hackathons. And all my like work has been like most of them are open source, and I've been like contributing to open source for a while. And also, I have written a couple of research papers, and I filed a patent in Indian patent. And during this time, like I've been like very active speaker in almost all communities which are based on artificial intelligence and cloud. And I love to write blogs. So mostly I work on some use cases, and I usually present that open source that as well. And also I write blogs on that. So you can reach out to me in my Twitter handle for any details. And also I would like to catch up on you like after any time you wish. So coming to today's session. Our session will be based on AI services. So we will be seeing like what is like AWS AI services and what all services are there in it. And we'll be looking into some amazing demo sessions where we'll be using those to create some artificial intelligence applications. And I have some resources collected for you which will be helping you to get started immediately. So I want to ask you like few questions here. So there are a lot of people who actually are getting started with AWS, or like you are into machine learning and stuff. So are you a person who's now very new to machine learning? So which means like you don't have any experience related to machine learning, but you're very curious to try one, or or even application developer who is working mostly on web or mobile side, but still you want to like leverage AI services and involve your AI applications in your web or mobile, or you are a machine learning enthusiast and you have just started with machine learning stuff and you don't have much experience, but you want to like develop some very interesting and very complex algorithms for your use cases or problem statements you are working on, or you are like a AI expert who wants to like just build some quick and accurate AI models for your use cases or applications. So if I guess like any like among these four categories, you might fall into any one. And if you are a person here, then this session is definitely for you. So we are going to see about AWS Artificial Intelligence Services, and that's the answer to all the use cases we have been seeing for. So what is actually AWS Intelligence Services? So it's like a ready-made stuff, and that actually has all of that can be included and integrated with all your applications and workflows. And it actually covers a lot of common use cases where we deal in machine learning work. And the best part is that you get a very good accuracy and a very good quality results from this AI services. And these APIs these are like just API calls. You just need to make some API calls, and this can be integrated within your application. And the second best thing is like these API services are like constantly evolving and learning, and AWS is looking forward to improve the accuracy by time to time. So yeah, it's guaranteed that you will be actually involving a very good quality machine learning services without even sweating a lot of work. So let's see like what all services that AWS provides us here. So for data extraction and analysis, we have text comprehend, and translate. So text is for like document processing. You can do that like for millions of documents, and you can create pipelines and batch processing. to process all the stuff. And Comprehend like works on text related and unstructured tests. We'll be like actually seeing some use cases on that in the later part of the session. We'll be actually using natural language processing to get some insights of text. It might be your the sentiment or anything else. And translate, of course, you all might be using translate on daily basis. I myself use it a lot because I am in a city where I don't speak the native language. So I usually use translate here. So translate is like providing a translation of from one language to another, and this can be integrated in your application of and many more. So for business related stuff, they have got Outlook, which will actually look out for your anomalies in your business related use cases, and you can use demand forecasting. So I would like to also mention like there was one time when I was like extensively working on a forecasting system, but now we have like AWS AI service which called Amazon Forecast, which can be integrated and it does all the service which I actually built my models for. So it's like very pretty easy. And we have like fraud detection is like detecting whether any anomalies which are happening in some technology like online fraudulent activity. Maybe like if you have a cash transaction app and there might be few transactions which are going on which seems to be fraud. Actually, this to prevent and monitor those stuff, your fraud detector will help you out. And coming to vision, so vision uses computer vision techniques, and Amazon provides an extensive integration between your CCTV or like your TV with your cameras or any other external stuff, and that can be operated at edge itself. So that's called panorama, and we have like a lookout to determine the metrics for it, and we have recognition which will do the image and audio analysis for that. And when it comes to language AI, so chatbots are pretty common right now, and any website you move into, you're like mostly interacted with a bot rather than a human. That actually reduces the time, and also like it improves the user experience as well. So to create an instant bot, you can always look out to Lex. Amazon Lex provides all the visual agents, and also we have speech to text and text to speech related stuff, which can be done by transcribe and poly. So now let's look into for AI services for developers and for coding and DevOps. So imagine like you're having a million lines of code and you want to debug that. So what do you know? Actually, we got a code guru reviewer will actually automate all the code reviews and also will debug your Java and Python application and will improve your lines of code, like actually reduce the lines of code and improve the quality, and actually it helps in refactoring your code in the database. And also DevOps Guru actually helps us to like set up all the DevOps pipeline for your code and also monitor that. And also code Guru profiler actually like it finds what is your expensive lines of code and helps you reduce it and improve your performance and do a lot more when it comes to developers. I guess like you developers should give a try out to these AI services. And we have healthcare related AI services, which actually does a lot of stuff. So, medical text analytics is like a variation of Amazon Comprehend. It's called Amazon Comprehend Medical. It works exclusively on medical data. So, it actually identifies the surgery's name, the patient name, its age, and their like relationship. What was their previous history of medical and other stuff, which the text document they are providing. And text transcriptions actually helps us to convert the speech to text in terms of medical stuff. So actually, we have seen Amazon Transcribe it does the same. So this is a variation of that, and this feature actually helps us to concentrate more on medical terms. And when it comes to industrial and enterprises related applications, we have Monitron, which is Monitron's recent feature which was released by AWS in their recent reinvent 2020, and it actually monitors and enables the predictive maintenance. And we have lookouts for equipment and computer vision techniques and so on so. So in to put down in a general category, lookout is like for your anomaly or like for your monitoring purposes. So it calls like equipment, vision, and health like and so on so. So We also have like Panorama SDK, which can be integrated with your computer vision, your CCTV cameras, and lots of external stuff. And they got an SDK for you to develop as well. So besides all this, let's take a simple an application like you are building an e-commerce website like Amazon.com. So what will be the first thing you'll be looking into? So when you first enter the website, you will be actually searching for the product. So those product catalog and searching within that actually helps us to locate the product in a instantly. So Amazon has got Kendra, which actually does intelligent search within your application. And imagine if you're buying a product and Amazon recommends like if you buy this product, people tend to buy this product as well. So we can also create personalized recommendations for your customers. And also, as usual, like any application when it comes to support is one of the major thing. And actually, to create support stuff, like people can address their grievances or give their feedback. Amazon has got contact center instances which actually handles all the stuff there. So these are like AI services which can be included in your application, and it actually improves your the use case and features with minimal effort and for a good quality of prediction. So if you are a machine learning enthusiast and you really wanted to give a try out on these Amazon stuff, but you don't know where to start with. So I will give you three very interesting ways to get started. So one is Deep Racer. So Deep Racer is about learning about reinforcement learning, and actually we race self-driving cars like a model of self-driving cars against millions of drivers across the world. I'm a very big Deep Racer enthusiast, and I participate every single month for the qualifiers. And I will also give a look at you, take a tour around deep racer. And also when it comes to deep lens actually helps us to perform all the deep learning related stuff with enabled cameras. And Deep Composer actually helps us to get started with music with generative AI, which is like you can be a musician or an orchestrator with just simple stuff, and it's very funny and very interesting and very useful to get started with. So I know like I have been like bombarding with you a lot of services to keep up with, and now it's really a get time for us to get started with some amazing demos. So as I said, like Deep Racer is my hobby. I would say like I keep participating in Deep Racer. So actually, you can go and actually race against millions of drivers across the world. So it's like racing for your and actually it does all the machine learning stuff here, which does the self-driving stuff. So you can go and create your own models and qualify for pro divisional and win amazing prizes, and you get to participate in the world championship as well. So I'm going to give you like few amazing use cases of AI services. So for that, all you got to do is like create have a Jupyter notebook. We'll be like seeing Python related use cases here. So as of now, I've been using the notebook in SageMaker. You're allowed to use any Jupyter notebook in your local system as well. So the first skill what we are going to see is the Amazon recognition. So Amazon recognition works with image and video related analysis. So we are going to see few related use cases in that. The first thing is like labels. So recognition allows us to create labels from it can be either your photo or you can be a video stream and so and so. So I have given an input of this image and I got a response for that. So this is they have identified person with 99% confidence. So it's a human. Yeah, correct. School, kindergarten, classroom, indoors. So it's an indoor space, and it is a group. And these are like the seven labels which recognition detected for. So the next thing is like I have given image of F1 racing. So I'm also a big fan of F1. So here like Amazon actually identified this is an automobile vehicle, and even it has identified like this is a Formula One image, which is pretty good. And actually they detected six labels here. So this is one use case of recognition. And another thing is like detect faces. So you can really detect faces in this when you give an input of an image. So I have given an input of a web series character called Heisenberg. So Heisenberg is also my deep razor name. I'm also a big fan of this web series. So it has really detected that this person is of around 38 to 56 years of old, which is pretty good. And also you get to see many other responses. So it got like I'll walk you through that. So the age is around from 38 to 56, and he has got a beard. True. So which is like so he's got a French beard. That's true. And what is next thing? So we have emotions. So is he calm? Is he sad? Like what is the confidence of each metric? So what is the it seems like he's 65% sad, and he does not seem to be happy, like he has a very serious face. So that's also pretty true. And he wears eyeglasses, so that's true. And if he got like though he's wearing his eyeglasses with his eyes open, that's also true. He's identified as male, that's pretty right. And we have all the landmarks for the face, like right eye, right lip, and everything, like your eyebrows, nose, mouth, and everything. So, and also it got images like metadata about the image, like what's the pose and what's the quality and what's the smile, and if he is wearing a sunglass, false. So actually differentiates between a normal eyeglass versus a sunglass. It's amazing. So number of faces detected in this image is one. So if you have a picture of more than one person coming into the frame, this can also be an example. So and this is, let's jump into the third use case, which is called PPE detection. So I guess everyone might be very aware of what this PPE is. It's a personal protective equipment. So nowadays, like we are like need to and we must wear this to protect ourselves and protect others from getting caught of COVID-19. So Amazon has this feature called PPE detection. Actually, it does a lot of stuff. It's not just restricted to COVID-19, but actually it can identify many protective equipment like your head cover, your helmet, or maybe your if you're working in an industry, if you're wearing a hand glove or you're wearing a mask, and if you're wearing a gas mask, and so many of that. So for our scenario, I just wanted to make sure that just let's build use case where we will identify whether the person is wearing a mask or not, and not only that, we will also identify whether the person is wearing the mask properly, like covering both his nose and his mouth. So let's see. So it only takes a couple of lines to create that, and that's it. And don't worry, like these all source code and PPT will be available in my GitHub. I will take you through my GitHub profile a little bit later. So if you can notice this is the image, I'm sorry, like the green part is like the bounding box is not that visible, but actually it says like the person has worn that mask correct. So it has a green bounding box. There, the person has worn that mask correctly, both covering his mouth and his nose. So we got another image which also got an red mark because the person has not properly worn the mask. So he didn't cover his nose. And we have a third image and where the person is not wearing a mask, so it's actually bounded as like the person is not wearing any protective kit here. So this can be extended as a use case where you can build an application where you can detect whether the person is wearing his mask or not. And fourth is an interesting use case like where you can identify celebrities in a picture. So I'm going to give an input of this very famous picture. So which is this Oscar selfie. I'm going to is given. So actually, this Oscar selfie was taken in 2014, I guess, or 12. I'm not sure. So we got so many of celebrities here. So which has got Bradley Cooper, Ellen DeGeneres, and Jennifer Lawrence, Kevin Spacey in the background, and so many of them. Let's see like how Amazon able to detect the thing. So we are given these movie stars that's got Bradley Cooper and the information about the Bradley Cooper as well, and Jennifer Lawrence, Ellen DeGeneres, Ryan Wonders, Julia Roberts, Kevin Spacey, and so on. So So actually, there are few blurry faces and there are very minimal faces. Actually, we got Brad Pitt in this picture, but since there is no proper eyes are not that much visible, our AWS services not able to identify the person. So it has got good one. So let's see, like if you give a normal picture, like let's see, I want to check myself if I'm a celebrity or not. So I'm giving a picture of myself here. So and the celebrity is detected as zero. So you can assure that this one works pretty good, right? So does not identify me as celebrity. So which is good. So the next thing is like let's jump on to the text detection in that. So imagine you got an image like you're working on use case to extract the text which is written on some images. So let's see how that really works. So I'm going to give a meme here, and that meme has got one sentence. My computer is seeing me use it to shop for a new computer. So this happens, which is I guess my computer would be feeling that right now because I'm also looking forward to change my computer. So let's see if it detects that text in that. So my computer is saying me to use it, so there's a confidence, and also it's listed out the other phrases in it. So I guess like this, we got amazing use cases to start with, and all you got to do is just have a couple of lines. And to get you started with, already code samples are available, and I also have compiled you the code samples to get started with as well. So let's jump into the second AI use case, which is Comprehend. So if you do remember, Comprehend actually deals with two stuff. Comprehend majorly deals with text and text related stuff. So it involves natural language processing to detect on various related text related stuff on unstructured data. So let's take an example and try to work on it. So I'm going to detect whether dominant language which is in the text. So I'm giving a text like it is raining today in Madurai. So actually it is not, but let's see. I mean like that. It's not raining. Like the sun is like very brutal here. So we are in summer, right? So let's see like what is really says it. So it has detected some entities in that. So the entity is like today refers to date, and I'm sorry, let me run this. It actually runs for previous one, and Madurai is identified as a location, and what else it has done. So these are the other response metadata. So let's try with other examples here. So what it really does. Uh, I am part of Amazon Web Services user groups, and it has called something called the community is Vskill actually. So let's see like how it's able to identify what is what. So Amazon Web Services user group is identified as an organization, which is pretty right. And Reskill here, though like this Reskill community has been recently started, and we have not actually we are part of AWS as well. It itself identified as an organization, which is like pretty good, right? So this is very amazing. You can also try it on other text related data. So the second thing is I want to say is detect sentiment. So sentiment refers to like if a text is you're given a text and you want to detect what this user really feeling or like what this emotion he's trying to convey. This pretty much is used in reviews. They're like imagine like again let's come back to Amazon.com e-commerce website. People actually give a lot of reviews for the product. And if you want to like really analyze what the person is coming to say, whether it's the person likes the product or not, and based on whatever the commands he has given, this NLP technique will help us to find the emotion. And to make it very simplified, Amazon provides the detect sentiment as part of Amazon Comprehension to work on it. So I'm going to give a text called I'm feeling very happy to present today's reskill session. So what has this has got to say? So it says like the sentiment is positive. Yeah, I'm very happy. So that's positive. That's good. So I'm giving a second statement here, which is let's see. The second statement is the number of coronavirus cases is increasing at an alarming rate. So let's see what is a statement which is given here. The sentiment of that. The sentiment is detected as neutral, uh, and that's also right. Let's see a third emotion where I'm trying to say I hate to see CSK losing in IPL matches. I am a diehard fan of Chinese Super Kings, and actually, let's see, like when I say I hate to lose, which means I'm expressing my negative thoughts like hate, so which is identified as negative. So let's try to change it here. Like I love to see CSK win this year's IPL trophy. I'm sorry if you're a fan of other IPL teams or like if you don't watch IPL. So IPL is like a cricket tournament where all countries players come to play and they are mismatched. And CSK is my home team as well. So let's see like what really selection comes to here. So when I say I love to see CSK win this year's IPL trophy, it says that it is positive. Yeah. So it has confidence of 90% that I'm saying a positive sentence here. So which is good. So these are like an amazing use cases we can try to have to do with Amazon AI services. So we had discussed about recognition and various features in recognition, and also we saw about comprehend and few of the major features in Amazon Comprehend. So, but there are a lot of AI services to be explored, and I have compiled all the resources and the code samples and everything for you. All you got to do is like go to my GitHub channel. Like my username is Vivek0712. So in my repository called AWS Vskill AI Services, it's included in my PPT, and your PPT is also is uploaded here. And I have compiled all the resources you need to get started with Amazon, like even with the code samples and etc. So I guess like I haven't missed anything. So if you miss, you can even fork and add your resources here. So the notebook which I used to show you the code examples is also in this profile, and you can get started the code. If you would really love to contribute your code for this AI services, you can really start with it. And the images which I have used for today's session is also present here. You can just run your IPython notebook, and that's all needed to get started here. Today we have seen a lot of interesting stuff here, like with AWS AI services and the fun ways to get started with. We also seen a code samples involving recognition and comprehension. So now it's time for you to get started with AWS AI services, and all you got to do is like check out my GitHub profile, Vivek0712, and I have got some compile all the resources for you, and even you can check out my other repos, which has got some amazing use cases, which is much more related to artificial intelligence and cloud. So also you can check out my Medium profile, so which is Vivek Raja 98 Medium profile. I have written some amazing use cases related to AWS, which involves like deep racer, how to get started with your deep racer community. And also I have written use case to detect about the emotions which involves in a pandemic situation using Amazon comprehend detect sentiment, and actually you can visualize the sentiment from ranging from last year to till now, like how the people have been emotionally different during at different parts of the country during this lockdown phase. And if you'd like to talk to me or connect with me, you can just check out my LinkedIn profile, Vivek Raja PS, and also you can scan these two QR codes, and it will uh, take you to my Twitter and LinkedIn, and for my GitHub profile as well. So uh, do check it out, and in the Vskill community, get yourself upskill in AWS cloud, and you'll be like learning a lot of stuff in different domains. And today's session was about artificial intelligence. I hope I made a very good uh, stuff to get you started with